Princess Charlotte held onto her mother's hand today as she arrived for her first day of school with her big brother Prince George, who is set to show her around the £18,915 a year private institution. Charlotte smiled, waved and shyly hid behind the Duchess of Cambridge, who was holding her bag as she started at Thomas's Battersea in South London, where it is taught that kindness is as important as academic success. Proudly wearing her uniform, the confident young princess was joined this morning by her parents, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, as well as George, third in line to the throne, as she begins her school career. Head of the lower school Helen Haslam was waiting to greet her new pupil and shook hands with the princess, who celebrated her 4th birthday on May 2nd and will be known as Charlotte Cambridge to staff and schoolmates. She was driven to school in South London by her father in the family's Land Rover Discovery, arriving just after 8:15 am. Her arrival was in contrast to George's first day at the £6,000 a-term school 2 years ago. George arrived without his mother, because she was at home suffering from acute morning sickness. She was pregnant at the time with Prince Louis, her 3rd child. Instead, William had to take him by himself. Charlotte, whose fees are 2% lower than George's because she is a 2nd child at the school, arrived wearing what staff call a transitional uniform of a blue pinafore with a white summer blouse, and black shoes and white socks. It was a low-key event, recorded by a small group of journalists, in contrast to the crowds of photographers who turned out for Prince William's first day at school when he was dropped off by Diana, Princess of Wales. Charlotte, whose mother wore a £215 red-patterned Michael Kors dress, was driven up to a side entrance while other children accompanied by their parents went in through the front. As the 4 of them walked from the car, Charlotte, normally much more confident and outgoing than her brother, clung to her mother's hand and held back. The family was greeted by the head of the lower school, Helen Haslam, who shook hands with both George and Charlotte. As they walked, Charlotte flicking her ponytail and looking at the small group of media and palace press officers, William told Ms. Haslam, "First day, very excited." Kate said, "How are you? Did you have a nice summer?" Charlotte's mother carried her satchel, which had a keyring in the shape of a unicorn's head attached to it. William and Kate took Charlotte to her classroom. She is in a class of 21, one of 3 reception classes in her year, to meet her teacher and settle her in. The new royal pupil will be known at school as Charlotte Cambridge, just as her 6-year-old brother is George Cambridge. There is also another friendly face in the form of her cousin Maud, the daughter of Prince Michael of Kent's son Lord Freddie Windsor, who is in the same year as George. Charlotte, who has been at Wilcox Nursery, Kensington, since January 2018, will start at Thomas's by doing half-days. Emotional royal fans took to social media to share their joy, with many noting how pleased Kate and William looked. One said, "Love how proud William and Catherine are looking at her." Others gushed over the confident young princess, proudly wearing her uniform, as she started her first day. Sources told Mail Online Charlotte was hugely excited about leaving nursery and joining George at the school where he has been extremely happy. Her older brother, who is 6, started at the school in September 2017 and is said to have settled down well there. A big day is therefore likely to have been a little less daunting for her knowing he is there. George is said to be excited and proud to be showing her around. Under the school's policy, William and Kate's fees for Charlotte will be nearly 2% lower than George's because she is a 2nd child at the school. At the moment, the term fee for the eldest child of the reception and Year 2 tier is £6,429, while the charge for the 2nd child it is £6,305, according to the school's website. If the Cambridge's youngest child Prince Louis attended the same school, the fee, as it stands under the current fee levels with effect from September 1, 2019, for the 3rd child would be £5,790. The school is housed in a Grade 2 listed building, the former Sir Walter St. John's Grammar School, which dates back to 1700. Thomas's Battersea, which describes itself as a Christian school, open to children of all faiths, believes in praise as the greatest motivator. Parents are told their children will be in an atmosphere which seeks positive relationships between pupils, teachers and parents. Art, ballet, drama, ICT, French, music and physical education are all taught by specialist teachers from a child's first day. Former pupils include Florence Welch, of the band Florence and the Machine. Others are model Cara Delevingne and her sisters, Poppy and Chloe. In his welcome message on the school website, Headmaster Simon O'Malley says, "Thomas's Battersea is a busy, thriving, purposeful school, educating 560 boys and girls between the ages of 4 and 13. As you would expect of any Thomas's school, the most important school rule is to be kind. We offer a rich and broad curriculum, with art, ballet, drama, ICT, French, music and play all taught by specialist teachers from a child's first day in school." He added, "We hope that our pupils will leave this school with a strong sense of social responsibility, set on a path to become net contributors to society and to flourish as conscientious and caring citizens of the world." William and Kate are familiar figures at the school gate and have thrown themselves into school life, helping out at coffee mornings and cheering George on from the sidelines at sports day. Royal biographer Penny Junor, who has written an array of biographies on the family, has described George as a protective older brother to Charlotte. Speaking in this week's Hello magazine, Ms. Junor said, "Prince George is a very protective and lovely older brother. I'm sure he'll look after his little sister and take great pride in showing her the ropes." Mumnet founder Justine Roberts added of their busy summer, "It seems Kate and William are doing their best to keep a balance between acknowledging the children's roles as future public figures and showing them a private life." The school day begins at 8:30 am, before reception finishes at 3:20 p.m., with the older children going home slightly later. Each class has a form teacher and roughly equal numbers of boys and girls. American TV presenter Laura Spencer had to apologize after comments she made about George taking ballet lessons sparked a social media backlash. During a segment on ABC's Good Morning America, she claimed William said his son absolutely loves ballet. She added, "I have news for you, Prince William. We'll see how long that lasts. I mean, he might." The couple have been touched by the sensitive way school staff handled his arrival, particularly with the other children and parents. Earlier this year, the headmaster at Thomas's, Mr. O'Malley, said in a statement, "We are delighted that the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have decided that Princess Charlotte will join her elder brother, Prince George, at Thomas's Battersea. We greatly look forward to welcoming her and all of our new pupils to the school in September." The school is part of a group of independent, co-educational preparatory schools located in Clapham, Fulham, and Kensington.